into the field for today's ceremonial first pitch.
I think where it all started was when my father started becoming friends with a lot of the Major League Baseball players through his days in the restaurant when they would bring in the Cardinal caravan and the Cub caravan and the White Sox caravan. You know, he became good friends with those guys because they came back year after year, and then he became good friends with Harry Carey. You know, and pretty much every day Harry Carey would say hi to my good friend in Peoria, Pete Van Aken. So I think that's kind of how it started with him really getting attached to baseball and people with Major League Baseball. And then back in the early 80s, there was a team here in Peoria for a year, the Peoria Suns, that wasn't doing really well and was in danger of leaving Peoria. And a group of guys got together, and since they felt my father would be the best guy because of his connections to the people in Major League Baseball, he would be the best one to maybe own the team in Peoria. So they approached him, talked to him about buying the team and keeping it in Peoria. And Dad looked at it as a quality of life issue, something that was good for Central Illinois. It was an economy similar to what we just went through, a down economy, you know, and it gave people something to do, something inexpensive, somewhere where they could go, and they could go to the ballpark and forget about the tough economic times and forget maybe they just got laid off or something like that. So it was a quality of life issue for him back then, and he bought the team and he owned it for 5 years. And originally, when he bought it, we were affiliated with the California Angels, but because of his friendships with people with the Cubs and Harry Carey, after 1 year with the Angels, we became affiliated with the Chicago Cubs, and that's really where it started to take off. There's a lot of Cub fans in Central Illinois, and they followed their team, so they started coming out watching the prospects of the future, and we ended up having, you know, a Mark Grace and a Greg Maddox and a Joe Girardi and guys like that. So it really took off from there, and he owned the club through 1988. At that time, he decided he kind of wanted to retire and slow down, and his health wasn't the best at that time, so he sold it to a gentleman out of Chicago, and he owned it for 5 years, and it really was going downhill again. So the group of guys approached him again and said, hey, you know what, this club may leave Peoria, and we can't let that happen. And that was in 1994. And Dad didn't want to own the team by himself then, so at that time he came to me, and we put a group of investors together, about 45 investors, put the money together to buy the club again, to keep it in Peoria. All these people are community people. They know what minor league baseball meant to Peoria and Central Illinois. So we bought the team in 1994 and to keep it in Peoria again. Back in the 80s, Minot Field was a field up close to Bradley University that was basically, you know, a high school field. Didn't have lights at the time, and Bradley used it as well. So when minor league baseball came along, they made some improvements to it, and you know, the box seats were folding chairs, and that wasn't a bad facility for minor league baseball back then. And finally, it was in that state for quite a while until 1992, when the Park District was able to raise about $3 million and put in some permanent seating and some grandstands and things like that. So kind of brought it up to spec, and again, was a nice facility for minor league baseball. You know, but when we got back into baseball in 1994, we started looking around the country and seeing some of these really nice new stadiums popping up. You know, really in the Midwest League, it started with South Bend. They built a brand new stadium that was nice over there. And then Lansing came along with theirs, and Dayton and West Michigan, and you know, we just kept thinking, hey, why can't Peoria have something like that? You know, the baseball fans of Central Illinois deserve a good facility like that. So we went to working with the city of Peoria, working with some community leaders to try and get O'Brien Field done. And we were quickly told by the city that they really didn't have any money to buy the facility or to build a facility, that if we wanted to do it, we'd have to do it on our own. It's one of the few privately owned stadiums in the country. Most of them are owned by municipalities, park districts, civic center authorities, something like that. So it's a little unique situation here. The city's actually the one that picked out the site. The city told us, hey, we don't have a lot of money, but we can help you with the site. We can help you with some infrastructure. So really it's the city the one that provided the site for us. Caterpillar owned a lot of the property here, so they donated that land. The city purchased the rest of the property and then donated it to the team to build the ballpark. So as far as zoning and that, we really didn't have a lot of issues from that standpoint. But you know, it's all about the atmosphere. You know, O'Brien Field provides a major league atmosphere just on a smaller scale. You know, we're not a whole lot different now anymore than a lot of the other teams, because a lot of the other teams have built new stadiums too. So, you know, minor league baseball is all about the fun, affordable family entertainment. And you know, unfortunately, it's so expensive to go to a major league game. Now fans can come to a minor league game in a great facility with all the amenities of a major league ballpark at a fraction of the price. So, you know, that's what we give the fan. We give them a great major league atmosphere, just on a little bit smaller scale. I get my reward when I stand at the gate at night, watch the families walk out, saying thank you, they had a great time, smiles on their face. You know, that's when you know you did your job and you did it well, because they had a good time and they're going to be back. So that's a reward for me. Plus being around the ballpark, like I said, in your office is the ballpark, it's not all bad at all. I played baseball all my life, was able to play through my sophomore year in college, and you know, it's just a game I love to sit and watch, and whether it be minor league baseball, major league baseball, college baseball, watch it live, watch it on TV, I just love the game. And you know, I'm hoping that baseball continues to develop in Central Illinois, and we can get some good players to come out of Central Illinois. But you know, as far as the Chiefs and O'Brien Field, you know, we just want to continue to provide great, affordable family entertainment for the fans in Central Illinois, and that's what we're all about. That's what minor league baseball is all about. Smiles on the faces is what we're here for.